All right, last thing we're going to do is our official plays. And it's going to be 2 official plays. The first one's going to be the Boston Red Sox on the first 5. It's minus 120. I found it over in multiple sports books, so you can find this as well. But the first 5, for some fact of Brian Bayo, I'm just going to ride him. I like his strikeouts. I do. I still like that number. But he pitches long into a game. I feel like coming out of a rest a little bit, I feel like he can be a guy who can maybe, dampen down the lineup on the other side, and a guy who can go long into a game. And I think he's going to cruise. And I think the Red Sox are actually finding their stride a little bit. And so I'm going to back the Red Sox and Brian Bayo. The other one is Tyler Glasnow with Tampa Bay Rays. Over 7.5 strikeouts. I got it minus 110. It's now minus 130, minus 135 in some areas. Go ahead and hit Tyler Glasnow and go ahead and ladder him up, because I think that Tyler Glasnow is going to go off. And I think that he is a guy who had some extra rest by coming out of the last game against the Braves, who he hit this number against a team that doesn't strike out a lot. And so when he had that cramping, he had some extra time off. That was probably a little bit of precaution to make sure that they get him some good rest. So now he's had not as long of a game against his last matchup. He had some time off. Now he's coming in well rested. Some pitchers don't do well. I think Tyler Glasnow will. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit him at over 7.5. And I'm going to ladder him up all the way to 10. And I might have some fun at 11 and 12 just to see how high he can really go against this Kansas City Royals offense. So that's all we have. It's been a fun show. I got to show a little bit of props.cash, as I always do. I use that for everything. And so go ahead and subscribe and use BCM Bet when you go ahead and sign up for props.cash. But let's have a fun weekend and make sure you keep cashing with me. Have a good weekend.
Thank you for listening to Bluff City Bets. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.